All right, so here we are. Hello to you, wherever you are, and whatever time and whatever day it is. I asked what would be a good theme that somebody would want me to do a guided meditation around, and the word was prosperity. And I'm going to shift it a little bit into abundance. There's a fine line, a little bit of a difference between the two, but abundance is one of the words that I chose for a theme for this year for myself. And I watched an Oprah Super Soul Sunday a few months ago, and she said that whenever she has asked for a specific thing in her life, she is not immediately given that thing. She is given the opportunity to build whatever kind of skill or belief system that she needs in order to reach that thing that she wants. So, in terms of abundance, what happens is nearly everything gets taken away so that you almost are in a place of feeling lack. And that gives you the opportunity to find abundance in anything. And when you reach that place of being happy with whatever it is you have in that moment, however much or however little, then the true abundance continues to pour in because you're recognizing it everywhere. So, with this pandemic that happened, that we're in, I lost both of my jobs. I lost a relationship. I lost income. So, all of these things were kind of being removed from my life so that I could practice finding abundance in the lack, if you will. So, today I'd like to take us into a guided meditation around presence so that way you are in the moment, you're aware of what's happening, and when you're present in the moment, you're better able to see, assess, and access what is happening around you, i.e., abundance. There, is an abundance of plant life here. There's an abundance of love in my life. There's an abundance of clothes and hats. There's an abundance of laughter. So, you can find it everywhere. And just one last tip around that is if you are in a house or in an apartment, to recognize how much money that is, how much money and effort went into making the location that you're in or the car that you're driving. Or even as you're walking past a store or a restaurant, how much money comes through there, how much happiness people find or accept from these things in their lives. So you'll be able to kind of start recognizing it everywhere, and when you get to that place, then really truly abundance is everywhere. Okay, so find yourself in a comfortable seated position, or you can lay down if that's more comfortable for you. Either way, try to make sure that your hips are a little bit elevated if you're seated. And if you're lying down, maybe roll a blanket or put a pillow underneath your knees. The point of this is just to soften your hip flexors. The hip flexors are our first responders in fight or flight. Not freeze, because freeze you stand still, but fight or flight, you're moving, so your psoas muscles will activate to get you going. And so if they're tight, then everything else remains a little bit tight. And we want to be as relaxed as possible during meditation and in life in general, right? There is a place, there's a time and a place for necessary tension, but right now is not that time. So find yourself in a comfortable position, and when you feel ready, you can either soften your gaze kind of down below or out in front of you, or just completely close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, start to notice your breath as it comes in and out of your body, as it fills you up, and as you exhale it out. In line with abundance, you can notice the abundance of air around you that you are breathing in to nourish yourself, nourish your body, and then you exhale nourishment for trees and plant life. Take note of the coolness of the breath as it comes in through your nostrils, and the warmth of the air as it leaves. And the abundance of energy that your body innately has inside of it to do these processes. Notice your belly rising and falling with each breath. Notice your body relaxing a little bit more with each breath. Take yourself through a mental scan of your body, noticing where you might still be holding on to residual tension, the unnecessary kind. Breathe into those places and allow yourself to relax a little bit more, sending an abundance of love to those places in your body that need it. If at any point during this meditation you run away with your thoughts, just acknowledge that that is what happened. And allow yourself to come back to this breath. Allow yourself to come back to my voice. Allow yourself to come back to this abundance of sound, vibration. If it helps, you can name whatever it is that's coming up. If you have an itch, if you have a discomfort, you can name it, acknowledge it, and then bring yourself back again to the breath, to my voice, or to the sounds. If you have a feeling that comes up, you can do the same thing. Just saying what it is, gently, and then returning back. Or even a thought, name it, acknowledging that it exists. Perhaps that you have an abundance of them, an abundance of thoughts, an abundance of feelings. I sure do. An abundance of sensations. How beautiful that our bodies naturally operate from a place of abundance. We just have to open our eyes to it. We just have to open our hearts to it. While there is an abundance of thoughts in our minds, if we allow ourselves to drop into our heart space, this space is infinitely expansive, which means abundance is infinite from that space in more ways than just thinking. Even in terms of the electromagnetic field that our brain gives off and that our heart gives off. The heart's field is many thousand times more magnetic than the brain. I think whenever we practice this, when we are given the opportunity within perceived lack to find abundance, what we're doing is dropping into this infinite, expansive heart space. And we are feeling the abundance around us. We are feeling the abundance within. That creates a resonance for attraction of the things that we truly want. But like Oprah said, it takes practice. And that practice will often require some compassionate course correction. Acknowledging where we're at and letting it be okay. Acknowledging what we want, where we want to go, and recognizing that it's already here. The more that we can energetically recognize abundance, even if it's not specifically monetary just yet, the more we will call it into our lives, the more we will attract more abundance of whatever it is. Wherever you are right now, I want you to start bringing to mind something in your life that feels abundant to you. It could be your shoes collection. It could be toothpaste. It could be friendship. It could be laughter. It could be the number of cells or bacteria within your body. Let's start to bring to mind all of the abundance within your life. And as you do, thank it. Express gratitude for how amazingly abundant your life is, for all of the beautiful things that make your life so rich, so full. Anytime that you feel lack, that you feel scarcity, that your mind takes you there, allow your heart to take you back here. Allow your heart to take you to the place where you feel the abundance in your life. Not where your brain perceives lack, but where your heart feels expansive and infinite. Take a deep inhale in through your nose, filling up your belly, your ribcage, your chest, the front, sides, and back of your body. And then blow it all out. Again, take a deep breath in. Abundance of life all around us and inside of us, and blow it out. One more deep breath in. One of my teachers says, inhaling our air into your body, our air, recognizing that there is so much abundance around, but there is enough for everyone. There's enough of everything for everyone. Sharing is caring. Our last thought within this, I would like to be, I invite you for it to be something expansive. One last thing you can think about of abundance, of an example of abundance within your life. Maybe the thing that you feel is the most abundant in your life. Bring that to mind, acknowledge it, express gratitude for it, plant it in your heart space, and allow it to bloom into a beautiful flower that leads you around this life with the presence that abundance is around you and inside of you always. Let's take one more breath together into the nose, out of the mouth. Wherever you are, you can begin to flutter your eyes back open, coming back into this space, wherever you are, and moving throughout the rest of your day and life, able to better acknowledge the abundance, the infinite abundance that exists. Thank you guys for showing up for me, for yourselves. I greatly appreciate it with all my heart.